Hello class, this is Latoya Brewer, your instructor for your mathematics course. I wanted to hop on and introduce you guys to a few new things. If you've taken math courses at UNCP, you've probably used my math lab. This semester we have decided to do things a little bit different. We are integrating my math lab into our Canvas course, which I did that before, and I know other professors have done that before, but my math lab did it a little bit different. They've tweaked a few things where when you registered for the course, um, if the professor let my math lab know that they were using my math lab for that particular course, then you would have paid for the fees for my math lab when you registered for the course. I know that sounds confusing, but long story short, they kind of changed a few things. And except for one of my classes, the rest of you guys, you have already paid for my math lab. Um, the course that I received late, I'm notifying them that they will have to pay for my math lab, but the layout of Canvas will be the same and everything else will look the same. But because we are integrating my math lab into Canvas, it looks a bit different, and I want to make sure that you guys um, understand how to find your assignments and all of the resources and tools that are available to you within my math lab. Now, this is my 1090 course, and I'm still working on it at the moment. There's things that's not finished. And when you log into your Canvas site, your Canvas course, it may look a bit different. You will have a start here module with an introduction, maybe a flip grid, your syllabus, and a few different things. But what I want to make sure you guys see um, are all of these links down here. Now I did move a link up here. Let me show you this before I scroll down. Right here where you see this video notebook. Now this is a resource through my math lab that is very helpful, and students in the past in my online courses have really enjoyed it. It says video notebook, of course, but now if you click on it, this is how all of these links that were provided by my math lab, this is what they will look like. They will kind of direct you to another screen, or they will open something else. But what you see here, for example, is you have chapter one and you have PDFs and you have documents, Word documents, that you can choose for each particular lesson. Let's open chapter one, lesson one, PDF. I like the PDFs because you can print them out, and for me, they work neater. You're not going to mess up anything because it's not a Word document. But what is this these are notes. They have the important notes in boxes. They have vocabulary in bold, and they have all of the examples that are in the videos within my math lab, the examples that professors are working out for you. They are guided notes that are utilizing those examples. So you can work along with the videos, and you can work along and fill in the blanks, and you can just kind of get that hands-on experience, kind of like you were sitting in a class taking notes. Um, and everything that you need is there. I really recommend that you guys print off your notes and watch the videos and complete all of these notes, just like you would if you were sitting in the class in front of me. I'm not there in front of you, um, and there's no point in me creating videos, because if I do, these are the examples that I would work out for you. So I'm not going to create videos of these examples when they're already there. So my recommendation is that you print out these notes and that you watch the videos and you complete these notes. And if you have questions, if there's something that you do not understand, then you send me an email, and then we will discuss and we will clarify those misconceptions. So that's a very important link. And I just moved that link up on this particular course, and I will probably do that on all of my Canvas sites. But all of the other links that are important to you for my math lab are going to be up under that module that is labeled My Lab Math Student Links. Now, when I integrated my Math Lab into my Canvas account, they created this module for me, and everything is there. There's tons of links here. When you finally see your class, you may not have as many. I have already taken some out. There's quite a bit there, um, but they're all useful. I just don't want you to feel overwhelmed. And even if I don't have all these links there, you can still access these places once you are inside of my math lab. So the first and foremost, the most important thing that you want to work or to get to your assignments, the link that you need is the My Lab Math Course Home. If you click there, it's going to open my lab, or you may hear me refer to it as my math lab, in another window. Um, and this is kind of what you're going to see. Once you begin working in my math lab, your grade will be calculated and it will be right here. Guys, I've had students email me at the end of the semester asking me what their final grade is. Your final grade will not be a surprise. Your final grade will always come from my math lab. So there, right here, is where you should go to, which you can't help but find it. I mean, it's going to be there. That's where your grades will be. Now, what about your assignments? How do you find your assignments? Well, there's a couple different ways. Right up under Gradebook on the home screen here, my Math Lab home, it says assignments. Now, guys, I open up all my assignments on day one. And if you can work ahead, work ahead. And the reason I'm doing that is because of the COVID pandemic. You don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen with school. And you know, life just is unpredictable. So I encourage you to work ahead if you can. Now, on your syllabus, I have a pacing guide that lets you know, at least the minimum pace you should be at for the course. But guys, you can always work ahead. That would benefit you tremendously. But your assignments are here, and you can see that while they are all open right now, the due dates are staggered. Um, and they're staggered because they are following the pacing guide that is in your syllabus, and you can refer to that for more information. I don't want to spend too much time referring to the pacing guide in this video. Um, but we can click on to the side where it says homework and test manager, guys, and all of your homework assignments are there with the due dates. And your due dates are always going to be on at Sunday night at midnight. So remember that Sunday night at midnight is when your assignments are due. I'm going to go back. Well, no, let's click here. When it comes to studying for your courses, guys, now let's go back to Canvas. That's not what I want. When it comes to studying, you're not going to have me in front of you. So again, I recommend that you use that video notebook and watch the videos, you know, to study. So some students may ask, you know, so where are the videos? Well, my math lab has what's called a multimedia library. And the link is provided within this module, My Lab Math Student Links. The link is provided. And this looks new, so this is new to me. Honestly, I haven't clicked on all of these because my math lab looks a bit different within Canvas because of the way they provided the links. But you can see here, this is my pre-calculus course. Let's say that, okay, this is the beginning of the semester and you want to complete your video teaching notes for chapter 1, lesson 1. So we would go to chapter 1 and we would select section 1, and I'm just going to select all and find now. And if I scroll down, here's what you will find. Guys, you have animations. There's your e-text. Your textbook is online. And this is how you find each particular section that you're looking for. These are your videos, guys. You see that you have example 1 all the way down to example 11 in individual videos. Or sometimes they will have, you know, extra for this one, for example, you have a study guide, narrated example, introduction to graphing. So sometimes they will have extra videos, depending on the textbook and depending on which course you are in. Sometimes they will take all of those examples, they will condense them and put them in, well, not condense them, but put them in one large video. So where you have all of these individual examples, In some of my courses, you will have a video at the end that is super long and it's just all of the videos put together. But either way, if you watch these videos, they're going to correlate with the video notebook that's provided in Canvas. Guys, and here's the PowerPoint. If I were to teach you face to face, I would use this PowerPoint. But I'm going to be honest, this PowerPoint has the same information as the video notebook, guys. So that's why I really want you guys to work through the video notebook. That's your study time. That's when you're going to listen to those professors. You're going to follow them. And then when you have questions, if there's something you don't understand, send me an email and I will create additional videos to address those misconceptions. Um, and one other thing, I'm running out of time. I'm trying to make my videos really short. So we've talked about how to find your assignments. We've talked about when your assignments are due. The Multimedia Library, which is, what we just looked at, and the video teaching notebook. Um, One other thing that I would like to show you, and I will remind you of all of this as we go, but this is just a few things that I feel are important that you need to know on day one. Um, your study plan. Okay, your study plan, guys, is updated when you complete your homework assignments, when you complete quizzes, and when you complete tests. This study plan is going to be updated, and there's an algorithm in there that can predict, or it determines which objectives you have not mastered, which ones you have mastered, and what they can do, what this algorithm will do is it will recommend that you go back and spend more time studying on maybe previous objectives. Um, the view that I like is the progress view. And the reason being is these little thumbtacks here. My math lab will put thumbtacks where it recommends you studying, particular objectives. When you have mastered an objective, these little blocks will turn purple. That means you're good. You understand that objective. You don't have to go back and look at it. If there's something shaded blue, that means you have tried it, you've practiced it, but you have not mastered it. And you just may need to practice it some more. But if you ever see a blue thumbtack, you need to go back and you need to practice that, because that is an area that my math lab is saying that you have not mastered. You've practiced it. You may be in chapter 3 working on quadratics, but my math lab has determined that the reason you are missing, or you don't understand how to factor or solve quadratic equations is because you're unsure of solving linear equations, and you worked on that in chapter 1. So as you go through these chapters, you're going to notice your study plan updating, guys. Please, when you have extra time, this is where you should go study, because this right here is a game changer. And this is what will help you, how math kind of builds. This right here, this study plan, it makes sure that you have all of the foundation, all of those core objectives that you need to be able to move on. It's going to make sure that you understand those, guys. So that's a big thing for me. But if you have any questions, guys, there's going to be more videos. I will send you out reminders, announcements. But if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to shoot me an email. I'm looking forward to working with you this semester.